Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome back to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach,
And I'm Pepper.
and we are back at Pan Talk.
Yes. Not Tap Talk, as you like to call it.
That is true. I get them mixed up very easily. They're almost the same game.
Yes. Pan Talk. So we're on to the month of June, which, as you can tell, we are wearing the same clothes as we were in May.
The second one of May.
The second half of May, where we were wearing different clothes as the first half of May, because we took a little break of playing this game and just didn't find the time.
But now I've gotten a couple games in a row in. We'll see. Might try another one. But it won't be the month of June.
No, it will not, because we were...
Well, there's spoilers!
Spoilers!
Well,
Spoilers, you can be successful in months.
you can be successful in months.
Yes, we were successful. We were very successful.
Yes, but yes, there will be spoilers in this video, so
Yes.
if you don't want to be spoiled, don't
away.
watch.
You shouldn't even be here. Why are you in the middle of the year?
Yes, especially when it's got it on the title that they're spoilers. I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, we blew it away pretty easily. We weren't ever in too much danger.
Yeah, I feel like it was well in hand for most of the game, but the game did get a few shots off at us, I feel like, near the end.
Right, yeah, right at the end. But yeah, by that time, I think we were feeling pretty good, and I think we really would have had to have another one or two things go really wrong for us to really push us back and make it not so we'd be able to do it. But yeah, for the month of June, we we pretty much eradicated black within the first like three turns between us.
Because Istanbul and Moscow and Baghdad started off very full of disease. But luckily, since we had won a game in May, at the beginning of June, we were able to place 3 roadblocks out on the board. So we kind of surrounded that area so it couldn't spread. And I don't know, did it actually hit ever?
It didn't hit.
I don't think it did. No.
But just in case, so that it wouldn't double up or whatever, really start something going. We put 2 of them there, and then we put 1 of them by San Francisco to separate that, because we had in the last half of the month it had become faded, and we started with 1 in that city, I believe.
But yeah, I guess another thing to note is we introduced a new character here.
Yes.
It is Dick Sneed, the soldier. And you do not gain a scar if you begin your turn in a city with faded figures, which in the last couple of games we've really spent a lot of time over in the red area, which is now the faded area. So we thought that would be a good one to kind of try to put down blockades and things like that. Then also for an action, you may pick up an equipment card from the discard pile, which was another thing introduced in this month. Spoilers! Again. Which is kind of a new action that you can take during the game, which if you're in either a military base or a research station, you can add a corresponding card with a tag telling you which base you have to be in. You can add that to one of the player cards in your hand, which kind of gives them different abilities. I'll just read off a couple here. This one, Field Hospital, discard to add a research station to your city, regardless of panic level. For this turn only, it may not be made permanent. And then Grenade Belt, discard at any time to remove 1 faded figure from a city you're in. So, I mean...
Some interesting things.
Which should definitely be nice to get those in the deck to have extra things.
Right, and especially maybe using them on some of, you could really use them on any cards, but some of the red cards,
cards, which you cannot cure.
Quite as useful.
Cannot cure with red. For sure. And especially since you can take them back up out of the discard pile for an action, those cards.
Oh, yeah.
And then the last thing, he cannot discover a cure. So we thought if he can't discover a cure, we should pair him with good old
Shirley Temple.
Yes.
She tried sort of redeeming her. I mean, she's had some losses.
Yes, she has.
But she was our scientist who only needs 4 cards of the same color to discover a cure. So yeah, we made them rivals.
Rivals.
So that whenever Dick would play or discard a card, I could pick it up immediately by discarding any 2 cards that I had. So once I kind of had cards that I no longer needed, I could discard them after he, maybe gave me a blue or something if I needed a 4th blue to help cure that.
Yeah. Yeah, and vice versa as well. Yep.
Right. Yeah. If you needed anything,
just kind of because we already had her coworkers with Gus, and we thought that's a great ability for her. It helps trade cards, but we wanted to save the other coworkers' ability for someone with the researcher. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we decided to go rivals, so you can kind of still get some benefits of trading cards.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, so like you said, we went and we pretty much cleaned up black right away in the first couple turns of the game, and got that cured and eradicated very, very efficiently.
Yeah, surprisingly so, because I was really worried about that because it was right in the center. It was in Istanbul was one of the 3s, and that's where we already had a level 2 outbreak, and then another 3 was Moscow, which was connected right to it.
Yeah.
And I mean, luckily we were able to put those barricades there.
Yeah.
So that would have stopped it, but I mean, we were just very worried that was going to turn into something big, possibly.
Yeah.
But it did not, and we also started with a ton of black cards, and were able to easily get rid of it really quickly.
Yeah.
But and then I think the next one we got rid of was blue.
Yeah.
And we were maybe 3 to 4 cubes away from eradicating it.
Yes.
We wanted to do that, and then we hit an epidemic.
Yes.
Which gave a 3
in Chicago.
Which all of the cubes were over kind of in Europe.
Yeah.
We didn't have any in North America at the time. But then when that happened, we put the 3 in there, and then of course the first card we drew after we shuffled them back in was Chicago. So then it blew up. And then there was one in Los Angeles, Mexico City, Atlanta, Montreal, and then still 4, I think 3 different areas over here.
St. Petersburg, did that explode earlier?
That did explode earlier.
So that kind of spread those out, which we could have just kept those in. We would have been able to eradicate it a lot easier.
Right.
Which we were not able to eradicate it.
Right. We kind of gave up on it after that.
It would just take too much, because Chicago's connected to so many cities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that wasn't the greatest, but then we also ended up getting rid of the yellow one.
Yes.
It took a little bit of time, but
that took quite a long time, I think.
Yeah, we weren't getting yellow cards.
Because I had some yellow cards, but you had yellow and blue cards. So if I were to discard yellow cards, you didn't really have any good cards to discard with that rival's ability
or red,
to claim them. So we were kind of stuck for a little while. But you did eventually get those cards and cure yellow as well. So then we decided to set out and try to
eradicate
yellow,
to a level
there's
3.
Just a little bit left there. But yeah, so then along the way we were also trying to get our military bases for that achievement, to have one in each each region of the map. So luckily there was some yellow virus left in Johannesburg, and that was also in a region where we did not have one of those stations, and you had a Johannesburg card, so it really was a win-win-win for you to go down there, clear that disease, and build a station down there in one of those regions. But it seems like right when we started going for yellow, and it started getting out of hand over in the red area.
Yes, we got a few outbreaks there.
Yes, because Taipei was just a real pain in the butt the whole game.
Kept every time you'd put
a quarantine marker on there, and it would come up either from the stack or that deck. And that had to happen 2-3 times, but eventually
it did explode.
We had to go away from there, and it did end up exploding and spreading to Osaka and things like that. Tokyo, and
luckily it didn't set anything off. So.
Yes, luckily.
An additional one, I mean.
Yeah. But yeah, Tokyo and San Francisco were both at 3 for a while, which thankfully those did not trigger, because that would have been really bad. Those were each at 3 for a good chunk of the game.
That was. I'm surprised we got pretty lucky.
But they're so out of the way.
I know.
As well.
We didn't really have that connection. But then we sadly lost Sydney.
Yes.
Well, sort of.
Well,
lost it.
Kind of lost it. I had went down there to build a station, because we needed one in every region, like we said. And then it seems like right when I got out of there, We drew. Did we do an epidemic and draw 3?
I think so.
And that was Sydney, so that got 3 guys there. And I believe
Later on, we
Yep.
hit Sydney.
We hit Sydney, and
And I think that actually happened. You had the option to win the game
yes,
before eradicating yellow. Yellow had 1 cube left.
1 cube left, but then it would take 1 more set of turns to end the game.
Yes.
And we're like, we're so close to yellow. We should eradicate it to especially move up and get a 3rd upgrade. That was our plan for the yellow virus. So we decided to take a little more time and get that, which ended up opening the door for Sydney to outbreak and
Yeah,
infect
Los
Los Angeles as
Yeah.
well.
So we'll see how that ends up playing out over the long run. I don't know if
Yeah.
that was the best decision. But
We'll see.
We'll find out.
But yeah, so now we have 2 spots in North America that are faded, 2 faded cities, San Fran and LA. But yeah, it's just kind of on both edges of the map, closing in.
Yes, it is. So, yeah, I think we're... Once again, I think we had talked about barricades, and the card at the beginning was placed 3 out, like we'd said. But we did not actually take a barricade bonus.
We did not take
So-
the barricade bonus. I told you we're not gonna do it.
Oh boy. Yeah, we'll see how that
But
ends
we
up.
didn't have that many great barricade spots.
No, we didn't
There's a
end up
good
with
one between San Francisco and Chicago. But we have some by Istanbul, which we don't know if that's gonna be a hot spot every game.
Right.
There's nothing to tell us that it will be.
Mm-hmm.
Except it has been for like 2 games straight.
Right.
And it is a level 2 rioting city, so it could be good, but that could also slow our movement. 'Cause
Right.
That's right in the center there. It's connected to so much. So
That's
yeah,
what makes it
we
tough.
decided not to go with that. But
And
yeah,
instead, we ended up putting a military base in New York.
New York, which that was the last one they built for the
Third objective.
third
we had.
objective. Yeah.
We did that, and then we also got the third. I don't remember what exactly they're called.
Positive mutation. or
Positive
something, I think.
mutation to Pikachu, which is easier agents. You can discover a cure for this disease with 1 fewer card. So
Which,
we're hoping that'll be really helpful.
yeah, especially if we have
Shirley Temple. It'll make it really, really helpful.
Yeah, it just
No.
hopefully be good to get one
rid of
out of
that.
the way really
It
quick.
seems like yellow and blue always give us fits.
Yeah, yellow. Yeah, those 2 are just so spread out.
hmm
Yeah.
So hopefully we can use that to our advantage to
Yeah.
clean up yellow right away and not have to worry about a whole big area of the map.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully, but I'm
we'll
sure
see.
they've got some
You never know.
curveballs in store.
Yeah, we'll probably end up drawing all the yellow cards right away and just be placing cubes all over the yellow. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that was everything we had. We didn't end up getting any of the
Of the upgrades for the cards, all that.
Yeah, we didn't end up getting any of those the whole game.
No, we did not do any
I don't know
of
if
those.
that's good or bad.
And there was the option to add 3 at the end
Oh.
of the thing.
As an award or as a bonus instead
Um,
of doing one of those
yeah.
things.
But there is a bonus for winning this game going into the next month that
Oh.
may let us put some of these on those cards. Which you'll have to check out the next month to find out what that is. Even though I
Yes,
just
you
pretty
will.
much told you.
Yes, you will. And if you want to do that, you're going to probably want to subscribe and hit the notification so you'll be alerted right when that comes out,
Yes.
hopefully. But otherwise, if you've made it this far and liked the video, you can give us a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, we're thankful you've made it this far. And we hope to see you on the next one. And as always, don't forget to
Keep on nibbling.
honor content.